Hello, my friend. Sit down. Breathe. This is just a story, but maybe inside this story, you will find a small piece of yourself. That is how good stories work. They are not just about other people, they are about us. So close your eyes if you want, or keep them open. It does not matter. What matters is that you are here. You are trying. You are listening. And that is enough to begin. Chapter 1. The Man Who Forgot How to Begin. There was a man named Leo. Leo was 43 years old. He was not rich. He was not poor. He was just tired. Every morning, his alarm rang at 7 o'clock. He hit the snooze button. Then he hit it again. Then he rushed to get dressed. He ate his bread standing in the kitchen. He forgot to kiss his wife goodbye. He drove to work and sat in traffic. He looked at other cars and wondered, are they stuck too? Or is it just me? At work, Leo did his job. He did it well enough. No one complained. No one praised him either. He was like a chair in the corner, useful, quiet, easy to forget. At night, he came home. He ate dinner. He watched television. He fell asleep on the sofa. Then he woke up and did it all again. One Tuesday, nothing special happened, but something in Leo broke. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. He was washing his hands in the office bathroom. He looked in the mirror, and he did not recognize the man looking back. The man in the mirror had tired eyes. His shoulders were low. His mouth was flat. Leo thought, when did I stop trying? He did not know the answer. That was the worst part. That night, he could not sleep. He lay next to his wife, Maria, and stared at the ceiling. He thought about all the things he had wanted to be. A painter, a teacher, a man who made things with his hands, a man who laughed loudly, a man who felt proud. Where did that man go? He did not die. He just faded. Leo felt a pain in his chest. Not a heart attack. Something worse. A heart waking up. Chapter 2. The Smallest Step. The next morning, Leo did something different. He did not try to change his whole life. He did not write a long list of goals. He did not throw away his television. He did not promise to wake up at 4 in the morning. He did one small thing. When his alarm rang, he sat up. Slowly, he put his feet on the floor. He looked at his hands. Then he stood up. That was all. He did not feel like a new man. He still felt tired, but he was standing. At breakfast, Maria looked at him. She did not say anything, but her eyes asked a question. Leo said, I just wanted to stand up today. Maria smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real. That afternoon, Leo came home from work. Usually, he sat on the sofa and turned on the television, but today he did not. He sat on the sofa. He did not turn on the television. For 20 minutes, he just sat there. He thought about nothing. He thought about everything. Then he stood up. He walked to the kitchen. He washed the dishes from breakfast. It took 4 minutes. Maria came home. She saw the clean sink. She looked at Leo. He said, I do not know why I stopped doing small things. She said, you are doing them now. He said, yes, I am. Chapter 3. The Old Man on the Bench. Saturday morning, Leo went for a walk. He did not plan to exercise. He did not plan to change his life. He just felt like walking. He walked to a small park near his house. He had passed this park thousands of times. He had never sat down in it. There was an old man sitting on a bench. The man was very old. His hands rested on a wooden stick. His face was full of lines. His eyes were clear and calm. Leo almost walked past, but something made him stop. Hello, Leo said. The old man looked up. He smiled. Hello, the old man said. His voice was slow and soft, like water moving over stones. Leo did not know why, but he sat down on the bench. They sat in silence for a long time. It was not uncomfortable. It was peaceful. Then the old man spoke. You look like a man who forgot something, he said. Leo looked at his hands. Maybe I did. The old man nodded. Most people do. They forget what they wanted. They forget what they loved. They forget that time is not an enemy. It is just time. Leo felt something in his throat. How do you remember? The old man was quiet for a moment. I do not try to remember everything, he said. I try to do one small thing each day. One thing that the man I want to be would do. Leo said, that sounds too simple. The old man smiled. Yes, the simple is hard. Hard is simple. He stood up slowly. He held his stick firmly. Do not wait for the big moment, he said. The big moment never comes. Only small moments, one after another. He began to walk away. Then he stopped. My name is Samuel, he said. I come here every morning at 7. You are welcome to sit with me. Then he left. Leo sat on the bench for a long time. Chapter 4. Discipline is not a punishment. Leo did not go back the next day. He told himself he was busy. He told himself it was raining. He told himself he did not need an old man to tell him how to live. But on Monday he woke up at 6:45. He did not set an alarm. His body just woke up. He lay in bed. His mind said, go back to sleep, but his feet said, stand up. He stood up. He walked to the park. It was cold. His hands were in his pockets. He saw Samuel sitting on the same bench. Samuel looked up. He did not say, you came back. He did not say, I knew you would come. He just nodded like it was normal. Leo sat down. They watched the sun rise. After a while, Leo said, I do not like discipline. It feels like punishment. Samuel did not look away from the sun. Discipline is not punishment, he said. Punishment is what you give someone you do not love. Discipline is what you give someone you love very much. It is a gift. Leo thought about this. He thought about his son who was 9 years old. When he told his son to brush his teeth, was that punishment? No, it was love. He wanted his son to have healthy teeth. He wanted his son to grow up strong. So why did he treat himself like an enemy? Why did he punish himself with laziness and call it rest? He did not have an answer, but he had a question, and that was a start. Chapter 5. The boy who was afraid of mistakes. Leo had a son. His name was Matteo. Matteo was 9 years old. He was smart. He was kind. But he was afraid. He was afraid of wrong answers. He was afraid of raising his hand in class. He was afraid of trying new things because he might fail. One evening, Leo found Matteo sitting at the kitchen table. His English homework was open. The page was empty. What is wrong? Leo asked. Matteo did not look up. I do not know the words. Leo sat down beside him. That is okay. You can learn them. Matteo shook his head. What if I say them wrong? What if everyone laughs? Leo remembered something. He remembered being a boy. He remembered being afraid of speaking English. He remembered his own teacher who was strict and impatient. He remembered the shame of a wrong answer. He put his hand on Matteo's shoulder. Listen to me, Leo said. Mistakes are not dangerous. Mistakes are how we learn. Matteo looked at him. His eyes were doubtful. Leo said, do you remember when you learned to ride a bicycle? Matteo nodded slowly. Did you fall? Matteo nodded again. Did it hurt? Yes. Did you stop? Matteo shook his head. Why not? Matteo thought. Because I wanted to ride. I wanted to go fast with my friends. Leo smiled. English is the same. It is a bicycle. You will fall. You will make mistakes. Your pronunciation will be wrong. Your grammar will be messy. But every time you fall, you get up, and one day, you will ride without thinking. Matteo looked at his paper. He picked up his pencil. The cat is on the mat, he whispered. His pronunciation was not perfect. His rhythm was not smooth, but he wrote the sentence. And Leo felt proud, not because his son wrote a perfect sentence, but because his son tried. Chapter 6. The Gift of Slow Progress. Weeks passed. Leo went to the park every morning. Sometimes Samuel was there, sometimes he was not. But Leo went anyway. He did not become a new man overnight. He still forgot to kiss Maria goodbye sometimes. He still sat in traffic and felt frustrated. He still fell asleep on the sofa. But slowly, small things changed. He started making the bed in the morning. It took 1 minute, but when he came home at night, the bedroom looked peaceful. He felt peaceful. He started drinking water instead of coffee in the afternoon. He felt less tired at 6 o'clock. He started saying thank you more to Maria, to his coworkers, to the man who sold him bread. None of these things felt heroic. They felt small, ordinary, but they were his. One morning Samuel was on the bench. Leo sat down. I feel like I am moving too slowly, Leo said. Samuel did not answer right away. There is a river near my village, Samuel said. When I was a boy, I used to watch the water. The fast water was noisy. It crashed against rocks. It looked powerful, but it did not carve the canyon. He paused. The slow water carved the canyon, day after day, year after year. The fast water was loud. The slow water was patient, and the canyon remembers the slow water. Leo looked at the sky. He did not feel slow anymore. He felt patient. Chapter 7. Maria's Quiet Courage. One night, Maria spoke. They were lying in bed. The room was dark. Her voice was soft. I see you changing, she said. Leo did not know what to say. Is it good? She was quiet for a moment. Yes, she said. But it is also strange. For many years, I thought you were happy. Or maybe I thought you were just tired. I did not know you were sad. Leo felt his chest tighten. I did not know either, he said. I think I forgot how to feel, so I stopped feeling anything. That was easier. Maria turned toward him. I was afraid too, she said. I was afraid if I ask you, you would say yes, you are sad. And I did not know how to fix it. Leo reached for her hand. You do not have to fix me, he said. I am not broken. I was just asleep. Maria squeezed his hand. Then stay awake, she whispered. Please. He promised he would try. Chapter 8. The Trap of Ego. At work, something strange happened. Leo's boss, Mr. Feldman, called him into the office. Leo, he said, I have noticed your work lately. It is better. You are more focused, more present. Leo felt a warm feeling in his chest. Praise felt good. It had been a long time. I'm promoting you, Mr. Feldman said. You will lead a small team. You will have more responsibility, more respect. Leo should have felt happy, but something felt wrong. That night, he told Maria, I got a promotion, he said. Maria smiled. That is wonderful. Why do you look worried? Leo sat down. I do not know if I want it, he said. I do not want to become someone who works just for praise. I do not want to become hungry for respect. I am afraid I will forget why I started waking up early. I am afraid I will become proud, but not in a good way. Maria listened. Then she said, confidence says, I can do this. Ego says, I'm better than you. There is a difference. Leo nodded. You can lead without ego, she said. You can be kind and strong. You can help people grow. That is not pride. That is service. Leo thought about Samuel. Samuel did not speak like a man who needed to be admired. He spoke like a man who had nothing to prove. Leo decided, I will lead like Samuel. Not loud, not hungry, just steady. Chapter 9. Time is not the enemy. Leo started managing the small team. At first, he was nervous. He did not know how to tell people what to do. He did not want to sound like a boss. He wanted to sound like a helper. One of his team members was a young woman named Alina. She was talented but quiet. She never spoke in meetings. She did her work perfectly, but no one noticed her. One afternoon, Leo asked her to stay after the meeting. Alina, he said, your work is very good. She looked surprised. Thank you. Why do you not speak in meetings? Leo asked. She looked at her hands. I do not want to interrupt. I do not want to sound stupid. Leo remembered himself. He remembered being afraid. Your voice is important, he said. You do not have to speak loudly. You do not have to speak first. But if you have an idea, share it. The team needs your eyes and your mind. Elena nodded slowly. The next week, she spoke. Her voice was quiet, but her idea was good. Leo felt proud, not because he was the boss, because he helped someone feel brave. That night, Leo thought about time. For years, he had felt like time was running away from him. He was always late, always rushing, always behind. But now he noticed something. When he rushed, he lost time. When he moved slowly, he found it. He started leaving for work 5 minutes early. He drove slower. He did not honk. He did not complain about traffic. He listened to music. He looked at the sky. He arrived at work calm, not stressed. He stopped treating time like an enemy. He started treating it like a friend. Chapter 10. Honesty is not easy. One Friday, Leo made a mistake. A big mistake. He sent an email to the wrong person. The email contained private information. Information that should not have been shared. His heart stopped when he realized what he had done. His mind said, pretend it did not happen. Maybe no one will notice. But his heart said, you know what is right. He walked to Mr. Feldman's office. His legs felt heavy. I made a mistake, Leo said. I sent private information to the wrong person. Mr. Feldman looked at the email. His face was serious. Leo waited. His hands were sweating. Then Mr. Feldman said, thank you for telling me. Leo blinked. What? Mistakes happen, Mr. Feldman said. What matters is what you do after. You did not hide. You did not lie. You came to me immediately. That is integrity. Leo felt a weight lift from his shoulders. We will fix this together, Mr. Feldman said. But I will remember what you did today. Honesty is rare. Do not lose it. Leo walked out of the office. He felt lighter than he had in years. He learned something important that day. Honesty is not about being perfect. Honesty is about being real. Chapter 11. Samuel's story. One morning, Leo arrived at the park. Samuel was there, but he looked different. Weaker. Leo sat down. You look tired, Leo said. Samuel smiled. I am old. Tired is my normal. They sat in silence. Then Samuel said, I never told you my story. Leo waited. I was a teacher, Samuel said. For 42 years, I taught English to children who did not speak it, children who came from other countries, children who were afraid. He paused. They were like you, afraid of mistakes, afraid of sounding foolish, afraid of being different. Leo listened. I told them the same thing every day, Samuel said. I said, your English does not have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Speak slowly, speak simply, but speak. He looked at Leo. You remind me of them. You are learning to speak your own language again, the language of your own heart. Leo felt tears in his eyes. I do not know if I am doing it right, Leo said. Samuel smiled. There is no right. There is only trying. You are trying. That is enough. 2 weeks later, Samuel did not come to the park. Leo waited. He came back the next day, and the next. Samuel never came back, but Leo kept coming. Every morning, he sat on the bench. He watched the sun rise. He remembered the old man who taught him that simple is hard and hard is simple. He did not need Samuel to be there anymore. Samuel was already inside him. Chapter 12. The boy who began to speak. Mateo's English class had a speaking test. The night before, he was nervous. He walked around the house, repeating his sentences. My name is Mateo. I am 9 years old. I live with my mother and father. I like to play football and draw animals. His pronunciation was not perfect. He struggled with th sounds. He forgot the s at the end of verbs sometimes, but he kept practicing. Leo sat with him. Do you remember the bicycle? Leo asked. Mateo nodded. Tomorrow you will fall a little, Leo said. Your words will stumble. Your tongue will feel clumsy. That is okay. Falling is part of riding. Mateo took a deep breath. The next day he did the test. He made mistakes. He forgot a word. He corrected himself. He kept going. When he finished, his teacher smiled. Good job, Mateo, she said. You spoke with courage. Mateo came home that afternoon. He was smiling. I fell, he said. But I got up. Leo hugged him, and in that moment Leo realized something. He was not just teaching his son was teaching him. Chapter 13. The mirror does not lie. One night, Leo stood in front of the bathroom mirror. He looked at his face. The tired eyes were gone, his shoulders were straight, his mouth was soft, not flat. He did not look like a different man. He looked like himself, but a self he had not seen in many years. He thought about all the small steps, the mornings he stood up instead of sleeping, the dishes he washed, the bench he sat on, the old man who spoke in riddles, the wife who waited patiently, the son who taught him about falling. None of these moments felt big, but together they built a bridge from the man he was to the man he wanted to be. He did not cross the bridge in one day, he crossed it one step at a time, and the bridge was still being built. It would never be finished. That was the point. Life is not a destination, it is a slow, steady walk. Chapter 14. The Gift of Simple English. Leo started speaking English more often, not because he had to, because he wanted to. He spoke with Maria, he spoke with Matteo, he spoke with his coworkers. He made mistakes, he laughed at himself. He learned that perfect English does not exist. There is only clear English, kind English, honest English. He learned that simple words are strong words. I am happy. I am tired. I need help. Thank you. I love you. These sentences are not complicated, but they carry everything that matters. Leo thought about all the people who were afraid to speak English, people who stayed silent because they feared judgment. He wanted to tell them, your accent is not a mistake, your grammar is not a crime, your voice is welcome here. But he did not need to tell them, he just needed to keep speaking, keep trying, keep being an example. That is how languages are learned, not through fear, through practice, through patience, through love. Chapter 15. Never give up, even when progress is slow. 1 year passed. Leo still woke up early. He still went to the park. He still sat on the bench. Some days he felt strong. Some days he felt tired. Some days progress was clear. Some days he felt like he had not moved at all. But he did not stop. He learned that motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. He learned that patience is not waiting. Patience is continuing. He learned that you do not become a better person and then stop. You become a better person every day, little by little, until one day you realize you have walked very far. He was not the man he wanted to be, but he was closer than yesterday, and that was enough. Chapter 16. The Bench. One Sunday morning, Leo took Matteo to the park. They sat on the bench together. Who was Samuel? Matteo asked. Leo looked at the sky. He was an old man who taught me how to begin, Leo said. Matteo was quiet. Is he dead? Matteo asked. I think so, Leo said. But he is not gone. He is here. He too